proceeded to applying a class red, which had created on two web development layers, the content and the presentation. So according to the question, we are asked to apply that red color to this content, presentation and behavior. So in the same aspect, we're going to I'm just going to select this behavior so that I can identify where I need to make a change on the code. If you still recall, we are saying in order to apply a class on this particular section, we can use the span tag. The other alternative is to use the div tag. This span normally recommended for a single line of text, but when the text that you need to apply spans over a number of lines, then you could use the div. So using the span, so remember I'm saying you need to create the span tag. So span, so this is span. So close the angle bracket. Once you close the angle bracket for the opening tag, the closing tag is placed for you. So I'm just cutting this text that I need to be applied. So this is the text that I need. So cut this text, then paste it inside. Then inside the opening tag for the span, I just hit the space bar. Then identify what I need. I need a class. So class, then the list of the classes appears. The one that I need to apply is the red class. Click on the red class. So it's going to be applied here. So if I go back to my design, you can see your content, presentation, behavior is applied the red class. Now to proceed, you look at set the text in cells C and D into style H2 with a class set to red. So we need C and D to be in H2. So this C should be in H2, heading 2. This D should be in H2 again, heading 2. Then on top of that, we need to, I'm selecting it, then going to the code, then I will apply the same aspect. So I need to apply a span. So I'm simply going to copy this code that I've done before. So copy that, apply it to this HTML. So paste there. Then I'll copy the closing span as well. Then I'll paste. So this is applying a class. So I also need to apply this to CSS. So it's the same aspect. So copy span tag, then you paste it there. Then you copy the closing span, you paste. So if you check in your design, so this is now H2, at the same time the red class has been applied. Now the next aspect is on what? So the next aspect is saying set both paragraphs of the text in E into H3 and set with a class set to center. So I need both paragraphs in E. So cell E, so cell E, which one is our E? So E is this text. So this text, that's the text that we are asked to change to H3, the same time center. So this changes heading down to H3. Then we need to center this. So we need to apply the center class. So to apply the center class is the same method using our span. So using our span, I'm selecting this text, then I'm going on to the code. So my text is selected. I can go on to use the span. So initially I use the span over one line. I can use other alternative, which is the div. So in the tag, then I just say div, then close the div tag. So if I've closed the div here, you can see my text has been what? I've the opening tag and the closing tag for my div. So what I'm simply going to do is I'm just going to add the text, and I paste it inside. Then I do the same. So alternatively, I can just cut this div and paste it over here at the end of the two statements. So paste. So I've created a division, or I've taken this here to be centered. So what I'm now going to do is inside my div, do the same thing, hit my space tag, then look for what I need to apply. I need to apply a class. Double click on class. The class that I need to apply now is the center. So double click on center. So if I go back, you can see that this text has been applied, has been centered. So you can use two methods. You can use the div tag, or you can use the span tag to apply the class. So the class allows for a repetition of tasks. It allows you to apply the class on different elements, like a style which is applied to a specific element. Now, having done that, the next task here is we are told to set the first line of text in F into paragraph style, isn't it? Then set the other three paragraphs in F as bulleted list. So we need the first line of F to be in paragraph text. So the first line, so which one is on my first line here? So I'll select this part. So make sure you can. So let me select this. Then I will say paragraph. So this is, I need this in paragraph text. Then I need the remaining part to be in bulleted list. So to apply bullets is simple. So these are the bullets. So at the top here you'll find your bullets. So click on the bullets. Then I go to the other section, that is so place appropriate content in the body section of this. Then I think another bullet should start from this point. So I just press click here before the word U, then I press enter. So I have my heading in paragraph style, then I have my two bullets done there. Now go on to the next part. Set the title of the web page to be web programming tips. So the title for the web page, how to place the title, you simply right click anywhere on your web page, then you can say page properties, then you can type the title. It's a web development. So that's the title. So our title will be reviewed in the code. So if you go on the head section, this is the title. Alternatively, you could have typed here in the code. Then going on to the next task here, we are asked to set the text, set HTML. In the HTML, set the name of the default target window to self. So default target window, you get it again. So you right click on a free space, then you click on page properties. So the same area we put the title. This is where you find the default target frame or default target window. So change the target frame. So mainly you need the self, which means another web page. If you click on a hyperlink, it will open in the same page, or it could be in a new window. But according to the question paper, we are asked to set it to self. So it means in the same window. So same frame or same window. Click OK, then OK. Now the next part is to set the text in C as a link to open N24 HTML. So we need to the text that is in C. So this is the text that is in C. Right click on it, click on hyperlink. Then on hyperlink, need to allow this text to open the web page N24 HTML. So I click on existing web page, then I click on the web page that I am on. So in this case, this is the file that the folder that I am, and the web page to open is N24 HTML. So click on OK, click on OK. So that is done. Then we are asked to set text in D as a link to open web page N24 CSS. So this is the text in C. So select the text in C, then you do the same, right click, hyperlink, and we are asked to open N24 CSS, but they've also added an additional statement for this one in a new window called blank. So that would be a target frame again in a new window, so which means this will be in a new window called blank. So click OK, click OK. So the two hyperlinks have been done there. Now moving on to the next part, we need to do metadata. So metadata refers to description of the web page. So any data that can describe the web page. So define the character set as a UTF-8, which is the most preferred character set. So we need to do the meta tag. So for web expression, if you just open a new web page, file new page, okay, you will notice that if you go to the code for the web page, it comes already with that character set. So which means here you can without memorizing the code, you can simply create a new tab, then you copy that, take it to your web page. But you have to remember that this code should be placed in the head section. So meta tags placed in the head section. Right click, then you do the paste. So we have the character set that is required, which is the UTF-8. Now we move on to the last part, which requires us to add a description to the web page. So adding a description to the web page is a very simple task. So you're simply going go back to the design of the page, right click, go back to page properties, then you add the description for the web page. So here it's an optional thing, so you can just put the description that you want. So I can say web development tips beginners, something like that. So that will be a description. Click on OK, If you go to the code again, this is that description is a meta tag. So thank you so much. So this was